Sherry was right. You're soft. You should have let him kill me, because I'm going to kill you. I'll catch up with you. I don't know when, but I'll catch up.
Yeah. All praises to Yahweh. Yashalala. Where you at? Where you at? Too cold for pizza. Rush off your Mona Lisa. Police can't hold me. Out of control, yeah, control Sony. The police try and speak. Y'all Olympic like Greeks. At the height of none. Now time has begun. Before it's fun. Or y'all catch you too late, Yahweh shine didn't bless you. You can't hide from the sword. Out the south board, can't pour or record board of religion. Time for y'all feeling. Feel when the cat's out. Now all consciousness wanna out, catch scout. Use some trout, run routes and teach. Flip faster than Nadia Comanche. Link speak, fleece, break lease, more bleach. Stories for me, all for the glory. Circulatory, the ore in the water. Too abstract, avoid cannon fodder. Proper robbers like hand, with a light hand. What is your time span? Plans look like Ghostbusters. Put the van line on you. You too far gone, fool. Destruction comes that day. So at night we pray to the fear, far or near. Militant shooting of queers. Never have a throat clear. You're not alone here. We hear it from the spirit. Open the line of you not tear. Slow down my face. Slow down your face. Out for a take MCs, go place. Y'all like fake. Look at the clock. Look at the sundial. Look at the Nile. Look at how wild. United States is blown away. Y'all strong. Let's stay. Wake up in the nation. Step out the tent to a fish naked. Both say naked statements. Do your sleep under blanket. True commander. Practice teaching power. Citrus chargers for the camera. Our math is too great. Renew the great lakes. Ask for volcanoes fall. He paints pictures.
Every time you turn around, expect to see me. There's one time you'll turn around and I'll be there. I'll kill you, man.
Yeah, boys, you been Killer B, aka the Witchfinder General. You got a witch, I'll burn their ass up. Got another one tonight. You got Willie Grits here on the piano. What up, Willie Grits? What up, Willie Grits? Here we go. All right. So, yeah, tonight, I just checked out a video from Michael Edwards. Go over there and check out Michael Edwards' page. Check out his latest videos and stuff. Give him a share, give him a subscribe, hook the man up. Because he stay on the grind, exposing these damn fools. Somebody get out of line, Michael Edwards be right there with the belt. He'd be right there with the belt. So, yeah, he just dropped the video saying that the mighty Hebrew has admitted to exposing himself to Sister Sha'ira. It gets crazier and crazier every day. So, for those of you who don't know, they had it was council or a court. I believe Brother Align told us about it also, that they're supposed to have been these elders coming from Israel to oversee the situation. And I guess it was on trial, it was a court hearing, but with the elders of Israel. So my man lied. He lied under oath of Israel.
So this got big then.
Huh?
This got big. People from another country came?
Supposedly they're from Israel. These certain elders or whatever. I don't really know too much about that. But they're supposed to be these elders that if Alana, if you're listening, hit me up with a comment board and let me know exactly the name of those people. But it was a council. I guess that they had I don't know, I think it was over the phone or something like that or something. But whatever, they put him you know what I mean? I guess he said his thing saying that none of that stuff is true and all types of shit. And I guess they believed him. And it comes to find out that Michael Edwards spoke to him and admitted to the shit. So Michael Edwards keeping 100. My man stayed 100 on the shit. You know what I mean? If somebody getting out of acting crazy and shit, Michael Edwards will tell you about yourself. He'll support you and tell you about yourself at the same time. Shout out to Michael Evans. But yeah, so that shit is crazy, dude. That shit is crazy. Like it, I can see like a brother like, you know what I mean? He dealing with the sister, whatever certain situation, and you know he might think something or whatever, but like that's kind of crazy, especially if you claim to be like this leader and you're doing like this Israelite leader and you doing some Israelite work. Like I wouldn't mix that in with like, you know what I mean, the business, the Most High's business. You know what I mean? The way he did it, like that's kind of like crazy. Like the sister came out, I guess, like abusive relationship or whatever, and he helped her like get out of the situation and like go wherever she is now. I guess like that's crazy. I believe there were, Michael Evers said that there were photos and stuff too. Something that's crazy. Yo, what is going on? This shit is like, it's like a damn soap opera. Oh man. It is sad I gotta like go out here and talk about stuff like this. But with all the other stuff I've been doing, this shit ties right into it. Like without a doubt. It just ties right into the shit. And it's just unbelievable that niggas is getting away with shit like this. Like, and like that's light compared to the other shit. Like there's been like people missing before, like people coming up, like, you know what I mean, like coming up missing. You know what I mean? Like this shit is crazy. This shit is crazy, man. I don't get it, Willie Grits. I don't get it. Have you ever heard anything like this? Besides like shit that you see like on CNN and shit.
I mean, I've heard of dudes sending dick pics to people, but this is totally different. You're supposed to be a man of God, and you sitting there sending dick pics to somebody that you're supposed to be saving.
Shit. Nate was sending them too and shit. He was sending them to niggas. Yo, man, this shit is wild, boy.
Now that's just something totally different.
Hey, Amber. We got our lovely moderator out here again tonight. What's up, Amber? You want to come on? I'll send you the thing here. I just sent you an invite. Yeah, this shit is crazy, dude. Like, damn. Like, we had our own little issues with the Torah Nights. Like, that shit was crazy. That shit was crazy. But, like, I looked at it as crazy, like, on a smaller level, because, like, we wasn't shit. But these are, like, supposed to be established, like, organizations or whatever. Like, this nigga calls himself, like, going to the UN. Like, that shit is crazy. And, like, he doing shit like this. And he supposed to represent us. Hey, Amber.
Hello. How's it going?
Hey, how you doing?
Hey, Will. I was just doing a little bit of studying and diving in head first. And some of the stuff I'm learning is like, wow, really?
Yeah.
Our people need to continue studying. So,
yeah, we do.
Yeah.
We do.
Yeah.
We wait for these Negroes.
It can be discouraging, but it's our job to figure out what's actually happening out here. So,
yeah. Yep. But you see the title?
I did, but yeah, what's going on now? What's the latest?
I guess this dude admits to like flashing the system. Like Michael Evers. Like Michael Evers don't play that shit. Like if you out of pocket, Michael Evers is gonna expose your ass. Like he been doing that. You know, he ain't no joke. Like he he's definitely a witch finder. I got a clip.
I just subscribed to his channel. I'm not too familiar with him, so.
Oh yeah, you'll get familiar. You get familiar with him. For real. Check out this clip. Listen to this.
Uh-oh.
Yes, the Michael Peep Show, aka the Israelite Morris Day, admitted to me on the phone on a Sunday. And the Sunday, I think it was 3 weeks ago. Just yesterday, to be exact. I think it was 3 weeks ago. 3 or 2 weeks ago. 1 or 2. The nigga called me and told me that he did that. Yes, he showed his dick to Soraya. Nasty bitch. Then you calling her your sister when you was trying to get her from the ISUPK. You didn't want her to go on another show to tell her truth, but you popped your stupid ass up over there to defend yourself when Garfield was dragging you down the street about your child molestation. But that ain't the point. The point is, did this nigga lie? Under oath, they fake ass cult oath. Did he lie? Yes, this bitch lied. He admitted to me on the fucking phone, and my wife heard it. We were both laughing, and that's why I told you, this nigga here, he's telling me his wife mad at me. Because I'm saying, you know, when we talking on the personal phone call, I came and told everybody on YouTube, nigga, I wasn't laughing with you. I was laughing at you. Admitting to me that you was hard up when you got out of prison or out of jail. And, you know, you see Soraya and you know what I mean? She was kind of coming on to you, you said. A freak-ass nigga that can't take a woman being nice to you in any way. And although Soraya is a fucking airhead and a dummy and a nut and a clown and rebellious and foolish, nigga, she was telling the truth. Now, the crazy part about it is, I asked him about this on the phone. I said, man, did you send the girl a picture, brother? Because she's saying you sent her a picture of your dick. What this nigga said? Laugh, laugh, laugh. LOL. He laughing about it. Well, whole ass nigga, just a few weeks ago, you called her your sister. Why are we now asking questions about, did you show her your dick? A wicked motherfucker. And you gonna call me all in the background, trying to play on my heartstrings, you know, because you know I'm a peaceable brother.
That's it.
Wow. Wow.
Yep. Y'all can go check out the full video. It's called I Say Divine. Yes, it's true. The Mighty Hebrew / Israelite Morris Day lied on Sharara. Sorry about that. Soraya.
That's so sad.
Yep.
So did he slander this girl that, you know, put him on blast?
Yeah, he was saying it didn't happen. Like the girl lying, like they would tear her up. Like,
oh wow. So he
they put her on like a trial. Like they put her on like a court hearing, like the nation of Israel, like, you know what I mean? Like the nation of Israel court.
That's so sad.
And that's the dumbest ass shit I ever heard in my life. They got a Israelite court system. They put the niggas on trial and let the nigga lie.
And if he's guilty, then what?
Exactly.
You know, like, what's gonna happen? He's still gonna show up in people's faces.
Yup. And wear them big bright ass, shiny ass suits. He going to the UN and shit. He laugh his ass about it. He wouldn't even get up to the goddamn building and shit, that crazy shit on. Unbelievable.
We're truly a mess, aren't we?
Yup. Look like that motherfucker, Space Ghost. That name is shit. That Hanna-Barbera cartoon, Space Ghost. Oh my God. Crazy, man. Yo, it's sad, man. It's sad. Like, Sister King asked for help. That shit crazy, yo. Why? Like, why?
I don't know. I've been wondering the same thing. It's like just because you say hi to somebody doesn't mean you want to go and, break it down.
Yeah.
Oh.
They this nigga, man. This nigga just go out and laugh about it. You already said he laughed. The nigga laughed about the shit.
Yeah. It's
Nigga
sad.
admit to the shit. He admitted that shit to the wrong nigga, yo. Straight up. Of all the people he could have admitted that shit to. He admitted that shit to Michael Evans. Shit. That shit was right up his alley. He said, got this stupid ass nigga.
Yeah, he was rubbing his hands together. His mouth was watering. Oh, I got you.
And like you said, like, now what? Now what's going to happen? And made that girl go through all that shit on the internet, trying to prove herself right. Like, you know what I mean? All those goddamn screenshots and bullshit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
and
yeah.
the nigga lying in the first damn place. He knew he was. Damn.
That's why, like, for me, I am slowly but surely just gonna start moving my world a little bit smaller and smaller and smaller because I'm just seeing too much craziness out here with no common sense, and people just think that other people are gonna do the work for them instead of sitting down and studying and seeing where some of the stuff derived from and looking at your own behavior too. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. That's the main problem. People like want everybody else to do the work for them. That's what the videos got people spoiled like that.
That's true.
I used to say that like years ago. I was like, we didn't have we had the internet, but like shit, we didn't know how to use the internet like that. You know what I mean? We knew a couple websites, but like go to deep research and all that stuff. Like we didn't have all that like knowledge and stuff. It was all it was strictly the library.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's like
there's no excuse now. You know what I'm saying?
No, there isn't. It's 2019. People walking around with $1,000 phones,
which is ridiculous to me too.
Yep. And like, the information is easier to find and quicker than finding a video on it.
$1,000 phones, but sleep on a blow up mattress.
Yeah, we were just talking about that the other day.
You were?
Yeah. Walking around you're walking with $1,000 phone in your pocket, and you ain't got no car.
Yeah, I don't understand that one either.
Yeah.
I said that phone better drive me somewhere.
And all the person does is go on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitter.
You know what I noticed too? Like a heavy increase of like on ISUPK live streams. I noticed an increase in like women, like supporting like the show and stuff like that. A lot of those women probably made to do that shit. I was thinking about that. I was like, yo, you better get on that show.
Wow.
I'm not saying that would happen, but like, know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh man. But this is horrible, man. This is horrible.
Bad. It's bad.
And Nate, you heard that clip with Nate. I'm not even messing with IUIC like that. I ain't playing none of that shit. They come get you. But you heard the clip with Nate saying that anybody that leaves the truth needs to just die. They need to die.
I mean, I've not heard him say that, but I've heard other people say that. You know?
Yeah. Yep. yeah, exactly. I'm gonna see if I can find this thing here.
Like how can that type of behavior and language bring people to your creator, right? To your God. When you're sitting there just cursing people out and saying you're gonna die if you don't listen to me.
Yeah. And now you got like it's such like a game now. You got this guy that was with Judah. Like I guess he was on one of Judah's live streams or whatever. But he calling himself making Temple Man videos now.
Oh my goodness.
And the dude just like straight up stole like Judah's whole like style, this like the way he talked. I'm like, yo, that nigga got that smell got on that nigga. That nigga typing like Judah.
Oh no.
Walking like Judah. Yo, I'm gonna see you the link to his like live stream, the last live stream we did. Me and Lamar was on there, and Chris, we checked it out. Oh, unbelievable, unbelievable. And like these people are gonna fall right in line.
Yeah.
They're gonna fall right in line. I don't know what else to say.
And here's the thing is, even when you try to tell people the truth of all this stuff, they have it in their mind as to if they're going to listen or not. You know what I'm saying? It's not like, for me, I'm not trying to play a favorite. I'm just dealing with the information. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I have no problem going behind the scenes and having if I have an issue with somebody and saying, look, like A, B, and C, now we need to figure it out. Hey, even you noticed that with me when I had an issue with you that one time.
No, right away. I was just saying that was about to come out of my mouth.
You're like, who's this girl coming up in here like talking to me like this?
And like, and you do it in such a way too. Like, it is like you can't say nothing. Like, hey, what's your issue, nigga? Yep. Straight just and you like, damn.
Yeah. But that I just want to get to the root of the problem. Like, enough with the like, tiptoeing around. Let's just figure this thing out and move on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
Yep. What?
That's because the truth will always be the truth, but a fact will can always change.
I couldn't hear you. Say that again.
I said the truth will always be the truth, but a fact could always change.
A fact can change?
Yeah.
How can a fact change?
Because like look.
Well, it ate him up.
Yep. I was waiting for that. That's it. Yo, he done did that too many times, yo. He done that can't got no more. He did that too many times, yo. You don't word that technique. Well, you don't word that one out.
He's like, maybe I shouldn't have said that.
Yep. Yep. You don't word that one out.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
that's funny.
Yeah, but I don't know what's gonna become a lot of this stuff, because it's like more stuff is coming out by the day.
Oh yeah.
And the like now, like police and stuff are gonna be like watching, and who knows, like there might be some like different ordinances and stuff like that in these cities, like to suppress like each, like ISUPK, they won a lawsuit with the I think it was the city of Philadelphia, because there were people that were complaining about the noise, because they have like the microphone and stuff out there. People that lived in that area were complaining about the noise, but like they beat it.
Yeah.
Super something in court. But I have a feeling they're gonna start making some changes with stuff like that. or even like I was even saying too, like a lot of these, like I was joking with Willie. I was like, "Yo, you gotta join the ISUPK." He's like, "I ain't joining no ISUPK." I'm like, "Yo, you gotta do it." I said, "You gotta do it." It's a 501c3 organization, yo. You gotta sign up, yo. Sign up, yo. They can't turn you down. And they said it on the air on the live stream like yesterday. They said you better be Negro or Native American. You coming up in here? All right, I'll do something about that. You get Willie Grants.
Yeah, I'm better off not knowing about all these different camps and all these different people. It just brings more stress, and like all I see is just arguing and all that stuff, you know, like it's wasting. Like I like to listen to some of the debates and stuff like that. Sometimes they're hilarious, but I can only take so much, and then I got to take a few days off. You know, it just like it weighs heavy on me, and that's just not the spirit that I carry. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
I just got to take time away from it and take a breather.
Yeah, you do. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. It's like I know better, you know better, a lot of others know better, but there's a lot of people that don't know better.
Mm-hmm.
That's just the point I'm just trying to make. Just show people like how ridiculous this shit is. Like really how ridiculous it is. And it's not like there's some, well, I'm not even gonna, I can't even say it because that's some coach shit I'm saying out of my mouth right now. I'll say there is some good in it.
Mm-hmm.
I want to say yeah, but like when you weigh put it on a scale.
Mm-hmm. The pros and cons.
It really is. What made that made scientifically no sense? I think you might be talking about Bill or you talking about me. You're talking about Willie next to me.
Yeah, now that William's back, he's trying to be all quiet. He's like, I hope they don't bring that up again.
My phone got disconnected. What I was saying was the truth will always be the truth, but a fact might not always be a fact. It's just like when we went to school, Pluto was a planet. That was a fact. But the truth of the matter is that Pluto is not a planet. That's the truth.
Well, I think
a fact is subject to change.
I thought that was a theory. A theory is subject to change. Fact is the stamp of approval. It's like that's set in stone. I think you might be getting theory and fact mixed up.
No, I'm not. Like the truth is the truth. It will always be the truth.
Right, and the truth is a fact.
Huh?
I'm laughing at the comments, yo. They get your ass, yo.
The truth is a fact. Those are one and the same. But
a fact? No, it's not.
It wasn't a fact. Samara said, "What else, Samara?"
No, a fact is not. No, a fact is
something down on it too.
Oh, y'all are silly.
No doubt on that shit too. He came back. He had to go get himself together.
Threw water on his face.
Y'all ain't gonna change my mind. I know what it is.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man. Oh man. That was funny.
We'll give you a pass this one time.
No, you don't have to give me a pass because you don't know what the definition of a fact is. A fact is a fact is subject to change. That's not what you're not understanding. A fact is subject to change. A fact can change. The truth is always going to be the truth. You can't change the truth.
Let me go and look up.
You can't change the truth.
Okay. Okay, fact. This is the definition. A thing that is known or proven to be true. Reality, actuality, certainty, factuality. All right. So now let's look up the word theory.
You're saying the word theory. I never mentioned the word theory.
Okay, yeah, but theory is what you're saying that can be changed. That's what theory
No, a
is.
fact can be changed because you think something is to be a fact today could change tomorrow. That's why I brought up Pluto. When we were going to school, it was a fact that Pluto was a planet, and now today, Pluto is no longer a planet. So the truth of Pluto was it was never a planet.
But Pluto is still factual. It's still there. The definition of what a planet was has changed. But
No, the
Pluto
definition of the
itself,
planet didn't change. The fact of Pluto changed that it was never a planet.
okay, so I'm saying what they thought Pluto was as a planet, it didn't fit the definition of what a planet is, right? So that's
So
why
the
they
fact
changed.
of Pluto, but listen, the fact of Pluto changing from a planet to not planet changed. So the truth of it was that Pluto was never a planet. It doesn't matter what it was or what it is. It changed. The fact changed. That's the point.
I
It doesn't matter.
will, and but then what Amber said last time that kind of sealed it up. Like, say that again, Amber.
Okay, so Pluto, what they thought Pluto was, I mean, it's still there, but the definition of what a planet is, Pluto doesn't fit that definition. So therefore,
The
it
fact changed.
changed.
It changed. Yes. So you're disagreeing with me.
Pluto,
The fact that Pluto was a planet changed. The fact changed, but the
so it would
truth
be
was always there. The truth of it was that Pluto was never a planet. The
This
truth will always be the truth. The fact can always change.
right. The fact that Pluto was there, that's a fact, right?
When I'm
So
talking about Pluto being there, we're talking like the. I'm talking about when we went to school. Pluto was considered a planet. It was
it was
considered a planet in our solar system. When your kids go to school now, Pluto is not a planet.
because it doesn't fit the criteria of the definition of what a planet is. Once they did more
So the
discoveries
fact,
of
so stop. So the fact that Pluto was a planet is a planet changed. A truth will always be the truth, but a fact will not always be a fact. So
Hebrew in
my
the hood said,
statement is
"Damn it!
true. My
So what's
statement
the
is true.
difference between the
The
fact and
truth will always be the truth. A fact could be subject to change. The fact that Pluto was a planet when we went to
Mickey.
school, and when your kids go to school now, Pluto is no longer a planet. The fact was Pluto was a planet. That fact is no longer obliged. But the truth of Pluto was that Pluto is no longer a planet. The truth will always be the truth. A fact isn't always a fact.
Michael,
oh
do you want to get up here on the planet on the platform and ask your question?
yeah." He said, "So what's the difference between a fact and an opinion?"
A fact and an opinion.
Yep.
An opinion is just your personal outlook on something.
Okay, so what's the difference between a fact and a theory?
A theory is like a fact is like a proven. A fact is like a proven statement backed by science. A theory is what you're trying to prove something to be a fact. But a fact isn't always the truth.
I'm just gonna say, I'll say I'll just pat you on the back and say, carry on.
Carry on, young child.
We might have to open up a discussion on this at a later time because, yeah. All right.
We'll agree talking this shit
I
tonight.
understand. He's standing on his square. He's like, I ain't budging. I don't care. I ain't budging.
There ain't nothing wrong with to agree to disagree.
Nah, I hear ya.
There ain't nothing wrong with that.
Mm-hmm.
Hebrews in the hood.
Yeah.
Yeah, Everett, you want to say something?
I said, you best believe that once I'm done here, I'm going to go and do my research too. And I'm coming back at you with my sword.
I wouldn't expect anything less.
Yeah. So.
Hebrew in the hood. What do you think about? I don't know if you caught it, but it's the tonight's title. What do you think about leaders in the Hebrew Israelite community? You think they should be held to a certain standard? And also, do you know anything about that council or those elders from Israel, whatever, that had trial with Mighty Hebrew? He's still there. Huh?
I think he means Moses was as an example. As far as what your first.
Okay, yeah,
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, sure, because how are you supposed to follow a person when their whole world is jacked up and in havoc? Like, how can you sit there and say, "Oh, I want to be like that person," but you know, you kind of are your surroundings and the company that you keep.
Right. Well, I guess that you could call it a trial. With Mighty Hebrew, I guess there was some type of council. I heard they came from Israel. That's what I heard. Or they're from Israel or whatever. And they came to oversee the situation about Mighty Hebrew and that sister and stuff that he supposedly exposed himself to.
Mm-hmm. He said they need to get themselves together first.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, so you don't know anything about like that trial or whatever that they had? Also with the other stuff with like Joy Morgan, and like the situations that we had over here on our end. What do you think about any of that stuff? Do you think that's something that goes on a lot in the community or too much? Or you just think it's just like something that's temporary just popping up? From my experience, like all my years, I've been seeing this type of stuff going on since about over 20 years. Like I've been seeing a lot of this stuff with these different camps or schools or whatever. With elders doing like this, like straight up out of the pocket stuff.
Since you've been in this walk for over 20 years, have you seen a lot of growth? I mean, outside of the whole craziness or whatever, you've seen a lot of people come to it?
Now, but I don't think the people are coming. It's more like internet like members. You know what I mean? When back then, like we didn't have the exposure like we have now. Like they're only in a few states, like literally a handful of states. And like, you know what I'm saying? You had New York City, you had like Philly, like DC,
Mm-hmm.
Texas, Florida, like California, Chicago, and stuff like that. That was, I would say, probably like the only states like where we were, and like nobody like even knew about us. Like, you know what I mean? They could be an Israelite group like teaching on your corner like every weekend, and nobody would pay anybody. They'd be like, "Who? Hebrew Israelite? Who the hell is that?" But now people know who it is. If you mention it, somebody knows who it is. Or they'll be like, "Oh, those crazy people that be in Times Square." You know what I mean? They'll say something like that. Well, they'll know who they are.
Mm-hmm.
We had like public access shows and stuff like back then, for people to go and like learn the scriptures and stuff. That was cool. That was something we had when the internet wasn't around. But I don't see any growth at all. Yeah, seriously, I don't see any growth as a nation of people growing. I don't see any growth at all. Period. I don't see any growth. Like you get a whole bunch of T-shirts and shit getting sold. That's about it. Like,
Right. Yeah.
as far as like if you want to look at that as growth, but as growth as a people, a nation, or like whatever you would want to call it, like no, it's the same shit. This on repeat.
That's
And this people have been in this 20, 30 years, 40 years, and it's still the same shit. It's still the same thing. Like, you know what I mean? It's nothing being like improved on.
Mm-hmm.
So as a movement, you feel that it hasn't grown any?
Nah, not at all.
Not even with the social media presence?
Oh yeah, social media presence, like, yeah, but like grown into what? You know what I mean? It's the same thing. It hasn't grown as a group. It grown as in like I said, selling T-shirts and more bodies, but as it grown as like learning, knowledge, you know what I mean? This unity and like, you know what I mean? Like this.
Oh,
like,
so you mean like collectively as a unit?
Yeah, like
nobody's really coming together as a unit and moving as one.
Yeah, I like that, but it's not where it should be. Like we're still behind. Like they're still teaching the same shit that they taught when I was like first coming in. Like even less. I would say even less is taught.
Oh wow. Yeah, that's too bad.
Because I look at a lot of like people out here that got cancer. I'm like, damn, like shit. Like I would have used this scripture. I would have used that. Like, you know what I mean? I don't even be in it like that. Like these young dudes, young brothers and stuff out here now. So I just be like, I mean, like, what the hell is going on? Hebrews in the Hood said, I do. Here in Chicago, we have the first African-American medical facility. Also in Gary, we have the first charter public grade.
Oh.
So they have a like grade school, or is it just like African American grade school and medical facility?
You kind of cut out a little bit there. I wonder if that's how that's financed. He's saying that they have their
You said I was cutting out?
A little bit. He's saying that they have their first medical facility and stuff like that. I wonder how that's financed. If that's donations or what, how that would work.
Say that again. I'm sorry. I can hear you now.
Yeah, he said that there's the first medical facility, and I'm just wondering how that is financed.
That's one of my first questions too. But I also wanted to know, was it a Hebrew Israelite? Because we're talking about like, you know what I mean, has like Israelites advanced. But black people, yeah. But if some black people advancing, like I'm pretty sure they're not calling themselves Israelites. Yeah, it's like a Hebrew version of Catholic school. Look it up. It's called the Israel School of Excellence. Okay.
Excellency. Okay. Yeah, I'll look it up.
How is it funded? Pull it up now. A nice site.
Which, you know, we need more of our people in the medical field, especially we know with how we know that how these doctors look at us and how we go in with a simple issue and they want to cut everything out of us. You know what I'm saying? It would be good to have more of our
Yeah.
people in the medical field so that they can keep an eye out on everything. He said by the community it's financed.
Let me see. It's not looking at staff. Yeah, I'm checking out Wanda.
He said he'll send the information because he doesn't know all the facts.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm checking out the site now. Yeah, I'm gonna put the link in the chat here too, so people can check it out.
Yeah, that would be good to you know, advertise a little bit. More people would be willing to help out.
Yeah.
Yeah, because later on this week, Trump's going to be signing a freedom of speech bill for federal funding for schools, hospitals, and colleges. And there's going to be certain criteria inside that bill. And the main thing that they were showing on the news that's inside that bill that the colleges have to take away what is it called? Free space, safe place, safe space, and open the campus back up to a freedom for freedom of speech.
Wow.
To get the federal funding.
Interesting.
Yeah,
because when you go to a college and if they label themselves as a safe a safe space, like if you give a speech, like you got to stay gender neutral. You got to say, "Hey, everybody!" Like you can't use like certain words and things like that.
Wow. Wow. That's deep. Whoa. Damn. Wow. So you're saying it's a safe place to have free speech, but the condition is that you have to be, like, you know what I mean? Like politically correct, and just to make it simple.
It's a place for free speech, but you can't say what you want.
That's ill.
Yeah, that's what the bill.
Go ahead.
Well, that's what the bill is taking away. The bill is taking away the safe space at colleges, schools, and like hospitals. What happened?
I think I got what you're saying. Like colleges and stuff, they usually are like a free speech kind of zone, like where people can say just about whatever, and not have to worry about not like too much.
Well, that's like when me and you were growing up, or well, when I was growing up, that's how a college was. That's how a college was. But nowadays, with the millennials, they have most of these colleges label themselves as the safe space. It's a safe space college, and like you can't use the word midget.
You know what I mean? You can't like you can't say you can't say uh ladies, like, you know how you start a space. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm here to talk about. You got to be gender neutral. You got to say, hey, everybody. I'm here to talk about.
Oh my gosh.
Like, that's what a safe space is. And what this bill is doing is it's breaking that down into like where it's more free speech. You could say so you could say whatever you want because these colleges have boards, and before you like when you give like a political, I mean, before you give a speech,
You gotta get
you gotta have your speech reviewed on what you're saying on what you're about to say before you give the speech.
Wow. Oh, there you go. There you go. Hey, yo.
So
that's gonna be crazy. You fucking up some Hebrew Israelites and shit. That's
Right.
so I want to see what this bill is gonna entail, like include like how that's gonna play out, because you have like that Hebrew Israelite school. You know what I mean? Like, are you gonna stop not fund them because of their political views?
Mm. But I believe in Chicago, the Nation of Islam have their own schools too, don't they? It was in the yeah, Clark says pussies. Yeah, I wonder about that. Yeah, that's gonna put like some. Pretty soon they're gonna make people rewrite the Bible,
I was thinking about that too.
taking men and women out of it. That'd be ill, yo. That'd be bad ill, yo. That'd be mad ill. People would be heated. Yo, the prices of the Bibles will go up though. Get a regular King James version to be like 20 grand.
I'd be like getting it free out of the hotel dresser. You know how every time you go to a hotel or motel, they give you a free Bible or something in the night. Like, yeah.
He said, yeah, the NOI got one of the best colleges. It's called Mines Academy.
Queen James Bible is already here.
Queen James Bible is already here.
Oh, that's true too.
Yeah, Quan, with the whole thing with King James, because you're from out there, so what I was gonna say, I was gonna talk about Guy Fawkes Day, because Guy Fawkes supposedly was trying to kill King James, right? He like blew up like the place where they had all like they were doing all the translating. And they still celebrate Guy Fawkes Day.
Mm.
Yeah, he was against King James. And like he plotted to blow all their asses up, and they celebrate that shit. Yeah, he tried to blow up Parliament. That's what it was. I mean, had a whole bunch of barrels of gunpowder to blow shit up. Translation was done at Oxford and Cambridge. I was talking with, I believe that was Chris. Was that yesterday? I believe. I was telling him how the Oxford Dictionary, you get the compact one, they used to have in UPK when I was there. And there was a brother, his last name is Sheffy. I got him on my Facebook and stuff. He was one of the elders there. I forgot what his Hebrew name was. But he showed me in the Oxford Dictionary where it said, like, you look up the word Jew, it said the modern Jews are of Caucasian descent, and the ancient Jews are of Negro and Indian descent.
Wow.
Yup, I seen it with my own eyes. Yup, and me and Chris was talking about that, and like we took that, or they put it out there like that, like the Indian was Native American Indian.
Yes.
But it didn't say that. It said Indian.
Hmm.
So like this is like a pretty like this dictionary is like back then it was like $500-600 for that dictionary.
Wow, you gotta pay extra to know the truth.
Yeah. And
Wow.
yep, it was expensive. So like
You gotta
something like that, they wouldn't be like half-assing nothing. If they was talking about like Indians in America, they would have put like Native American or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
well, you gotta pay extra to eat healthy.
That's true too. You know how successful it would be to have a drive-through of organic fruits and vegetables and smoothies and all these things?
Yeah. Hell yeah.
How profitable it would be.
You mean what's the topic? You see the topic? Read the descriptions. Yeah, he was in the hood. Said Oxford. He had an Oxford dictionary, and it does says the original Jews are Afro-Negro race. Was it that compact one that came with the magnifying glass? Yeah, because the brother, like the elder there, he was like, damn, brother, that's some good eyes. Because I was reading it. It's like super fine print. It's like really fine print. It's on the Mighty Hebrew. The Mighty Hebrew got exposed by Michael Edwards. He admitted to Michael Edwards he was showing exposing himself to the sister. Yeah, the words are mad small. They come with a little magnifying glass. Read that shit. And if I can remember, it also used a timeline for the word. Also. Nah, it's a dictionary. The dictionary, yeah, I call it. I thought it was one volume, but I'm only seeing online because I was looking it up the other day. I could have swore they had a one volume one. I thought it was just one volume that I saw. But all the ones I'm seeing now are like the 2 volumes. They're like $500 or whatever, $500-600.
That's because it's so big.
Chris had one. The 2
Oh yeah.
But it didn't have it in there though. It didn't have it in. The one that I saw at the school, I believe that was a 1 volume. So I remember it was bigger than the 2 volume. The book was bigger.
It's like a 20-pound book.
Yeah, it's huge. Like the print was like super fine, like really, really, really fine print. Yeah, so that was like they had a lot of good books at that school back then. I want to get that brother on here. Hebrew in the Hood, did you know that the original UPK used to have Egyptian symbols on their garments?
You mean of like the scarab beetle?
Yeah. Yep. I remember what's the Ron? What's the Yeah, I never heard of that one, huh?
Yeah.
They cover it. I can't find one picture of them back in the day having that either. But that guy, Sheffy, let me his full name here. I think it's William Sheffy. His name is. He's an elder and might be HODC or AOC. One of the two. I don't know if you know him or not. He said it might be AOC that he's a member. He's an elder in. No, or I don't think. I know he had a picture with Zabak. It's not. I don't think it's Zabak's camp. It might be that he's in now, but he was in the original UPK. This is like 9/11, and they used to have scarab beetles. You know how well they used to call it like meat trees or whatever, but you know like the headpiece that like Tazariak wears and stuff. You notice that is like what Egyptians wear, like stereotypical Egyptians or whatever wear. Mm-hmm. They used to have the stripes on the inside of it, just like a pharaoh. Mm. And then the back, they would have like the scarab beetle. I believe they even used to have like the snake, like going around it. If I'm not mistaken, I believe they used that snake also. So I remember I asked him, I'm like, yo, what's up with all that damn Egyptian shit? He said, brother, we was the high coast kings, brother. We the high coast kings.
Hey, micha'el, I saw you in the chat at Solar Minds Station when dude was saying that the sin in the garden was Eve eating the serpent, that the serpent came to Eve, tempted her to eat him, and that's how eating meat came into existence.
Huh? What?
I was so tickled. I was laughing so.
Yo, where did you get shit like that from?
Yeah. The serpent came and said, "Come eat me."
Now you go around and run behind a nigga like that. Now somebody will run behind a nigga like that. That's why the goddamn Witchfinder General is here. Goddamn it! See, I'll be looking out for y'all and shit.
And then she went and shared some with her husband.
Yo, and they be dead serious. They call you a demon, all types of shit if you don't believe that shit too.
And then that's when he slithered away because he had no legs.
See, this is crazy, man.
Oh my god. I was seriously in tears when I was listening to that story because I thought he was joking at first, but he was dead serious.
See? And people entertain that shit. They're gonna entertain that shit too.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and they sit there and entertain it. Tapara said, what was he reading from when he said it was a special plant at the bottom of the ocean?
Oh my god!
Like, he would really be dead serious, like I don't. Yeah. This shit is crazy.
I'm like, yeah, don't put me in front of an iguana because I'm gonna be tempted to bite its legs off.
Yeah, he need to start screening people coming up out there with that shit. He just be having people that shit.
Oh my goodness, that tickled me so much.
He said that he got mad because we was bugging in the chat. Like, what?
He sure did. He started getting a little bit more quiet. Like he's like, maybe I shouldn't have said that. Oh my goodness.
This shit is just fucking crazy, yo. It's crazy. You can't even like where they get this shit? Like it's just like that. All that shit is just surfing like YouTube.
Yeah.
And ask him where he get that from. He gonna show you a damn YouTube video.
I want to see where it said that she ate him. Yeah. Like, how is the serpent gonna come up to you and be like, "Eat me"?
See, and next thing you know, you in that camp. Out there teaching people that bullshit.
That's the sacrifice.
Did they get caught showing they dick to somebody and shit, and all of a sudden they mad.
Oh my goodness! Wow.
That what it is. This shit crazy. A lot of these brothers be using this shit to get some women and shit too. Straight up. You know they can't.
True too.
You know they can't front.
I agree with you.
You see me go out over there and those Sakari live streams and shit. Chicks, they be slinging that change. I be like, damn, $100. I'm like, damn, $150. I'm like, damn. You like this?
Yeah, Quab. Yeah, the serpent was supposed to have been the fruit that was eaten in the in the garden.
Fruit.
Oh man.
If nobody don't tell them no better, yo, he'll have 1,000 people behind him. Going out there telling everybody that shit too. They call you a heathen, a demon. You going to hell. Yup. Yahweh God don't love you.
Oh man.
Yahweh God.
Yeah, I caught like the last maybe like 20 minutes of it, so I'm gonna have to go back and listen to the whole thing and laugh some more. You know, I'm laughing, but actually it's really sad.
Hell yeah, it's sad. It's even sadder when somebody sit there and believe that shit and follow behind that motherfucker. That was sad.
Mm-hmm.
People get right behind and start following. They'll start following. Next thing you know, you got an IUIC on your hands.
God. Oh my goodness.
I heard General Yohana say today, he was wrong for saying he shouldn't have said that shit. But he was saying that he was talking about Africans, I guess. I didn't watch the whole thing. But he was talking about that sister and stuff that's missing. And shit, he was like, he said, I know where she at. She in that damn African belly or in a damn soup pot. I was like, damn.
Oh, wow.
I was like, damn. But he was like, I don't mean to like say that about the soup. Like, shit. He was messing with it.
Ew, that's
they don't do no kind of screening because they had a damn, somebody was on, I'm not even going to say the brother's name, but they had an elder on the, there was the elder in IUIC where Nate was in the Bronx that was on the damn list. And nobody in the whole school was notified. I mean on the list, I mean like the sexual offenders list. I don't know what, because you could get on the list for just like peeing in public. Like you could be peeing on a tree and you end up on the list. So, like, you know what I mean? It doesn't really actually say that, like, you know what I mean? You doing something that crazy. Like, that can't happen.
Yeah, you can fit. It's like so many feet in front of a school.
Yeah, something like that. Well, I know you can just, like, be taking a leak in the bush and, like, you know, your ass is on the list.
That's actually very true because when I used to aid for handicapped children, right?
Yes.
One of the people that I knew with that company, they said that they were on the list because they were on a boat, right? And they peed off of the boat. Well, on the shore, there were some little kids in their yard, you know, playing around, and they ran in and told their mother, and so that dude got busted for.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn. Hey. Yeah, but there was somebody that was on the list that was an elder, and nobody in there. They got kids up in there, women, kids, like young adults, all types of stuff was up in there, and nobody was notified. Nobody was notified. But they got, you know what I mean? But they would have quick, a normal member up in there, they would have been quick to say something. Yup, my man's on the damn list. Yeah, all the kids are after Sabbath class. The kids are just running around like all over the building and stuff like, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. But they say, oh, we gotta follow the laws of the land, and like, you know what I mean? Oh yeah, we snitching, like you in trouble, we telling and all this shit. They running background checks on brothers that's coming up in there and stuff, but they ain't running none on the people that's sitting up there on the damn podium.
Yeah, right.
And that's another thing too. For all y'all to join these camps and stuff, that goddamn leader's name. These niggas that been in camps for damn 30 years and don't know the damn elder's name. Something happened or some shit. Like, who that's? Oh, brother Yarakazak. Like, know what I'm saying? Brother Yarakazak. The cops could be like, who? Yarakazak. Yarakazak. Yasha. Like what? But they know, but the camp knows your name though. They know your name. Yeah. They know your name. I get your social security number and everything. Yep. Then people give it up. People give it up. Oh, you're looking crazy.
Yeah,
that is true though, because a lot of camps do that, and people don't ask, well, what's your name? Like, where do you live? Like, you know what I mean? All you know is that you're
I'm so skeptical of everything now. The things that I've learned, I'm just like, Inspector Gadget. I have to search out the matter on everything.
Yeah. Yep.
People need to be more cautious.
Hell yeah. And stay the fuck off damn YouTube all the time.
But it's so hard.
Yeah, really, I know, right? It is hard. But like, yeah, get in the book or something. For real. Like, the amount of time that you spend trying to figure out what somebody is trying to teach your ass or whatever bullshit somebody trying to teach your ass, you can find better information in like 10 minutes.
Right.
You can find more information in 10 minutes than you can watch an hour-long video. Straight up. YouTube content. Like that website, Yaquab uses it. I seen him use it too. It's called Store, STOR. Really good website for like books, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like you look. Go ahead.
I don't know if you ever go in to like thrift stores to look for books, but you can find a lot of good material in thrift stores. And like up here, we have this place called Half Price Books, and you can go in there and find like some old books for a pretty decent price. So, yeah.
Yep. And like go to like say like the Goodwill. I don't know if y'all got Goodwill out there. I think Goodwill's all over the damn world, I think. But yeah, like you go to like Goodwill, like in different neighborhoods. Like you go to different neighborhoods to get different types of stuff.
Oh yeah.
Like a wealthy neighborhood or something like that. They got a Goodwill. Like you can get some good books up in there. Get some good books. Yeah, that's like JSTOR. That's the name of the site. JSTOR. But they only let you look at like 6 articles, I think like that a day or a week or something. Yeah, but like it's good stuff in there. Like that's why I found a lot of that stuff about the scenes and stuff I was using for the thing that I did on I was exposing Judas Chains. That's where I got a lot of that stuff from that site.
Good night.
All right, good night, man. Shalom. Yeah, it's 6 a month? Yeah, 6 a month.
Killer, I gotta take off too. I gotta work early in the morning.
Okay.
But
yeah.
and William, I'm gonna get back at you too on that. I didn't
You
forget
got it.
about that.
Get
All
your
right. Good night to the both of you.
Yeah.
You have a good night.
Thanks for coming out here, bro. Appreciate it.
Yeah. You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Yeah. All right, Sister Amber. Yeah, Willie Grits. I'm gonna head on up out of here. Where Basil at? Why? As soon as I close off, he'd be like, "Oh man, I missed it."
Wait in 2020.
Oh, come on, go ahead, bullshit. Goddamn shit.
They tell everybody else that.
It was good morning for Yakwa, right? What time is it in, Yakwa?
It's like the afternoon over
there. Yeah, I know. Because I think when it's 9, it's like noon where he is. Yeah, head my ass on out of here. I'm gonna play. Thanks for everybody that was watching tonight. Appreciate it. Trying to keep this thing going. I be tired some nights, but I still try to come on. So if I miss a night or something like that, I know I've been going on at all different times and stuff too. Yeah, I'm gonna try to improve on this and stuff. Get some more content. Try some different things. Okay, well, I'm gonna close out with. All right. I'm gonna close out with Yahweh music. I don't know what song I want to go. Okay, I'll go with this one. All right. What's right in general? What's right in general? Like, share, subscribe. Like, share, subscribe. Goddamn it. Burn them up. Burn them up.
Most high give choices. I chose mine and I started seeking, understanding his Torah. Can't get back that pale people. Get up out of this Greek. You know that's all that they teach. All praise to the Most High. Glory goes to the Most High. The Most High give choices. I chose mine and I started seeking, understanding his Torah. Can't get back that pale people. Get up out of this Greek. You know that's all that they teach. All praise to the Most High. Glory goes to the Most High. All praise to the Most High. Never go against the Most High. Stand up for what it's all about. Your house down here, it's time now to stand up and start crying now. You sow with that knowledge. Take a sip with that understanding. Understanding your how. Street knowledge can't teach you that. The penny yo, yeah, take it back. Where it very first started. All the way to our forefathers. Understanding his Torah. Time to wake up enough sleep. Being sleeping too long. Rising up, let's take it home. Round it up to one choice. I choose the Most High for anything. No faith in man. I fear the Most High for everything. Grab a sword, let's see. Towards where I want to be. Focus on the Most High. All you really need. The Most High give choices. I chose mine and I started seeking. Understanding his Torah. Can't get back that pale evil. Get up out of this Greek. You know that's all that they teach. All praise to the Most High. Glory goes to the Most High. The Most High give choices. I chose mine and I started seeking. Understanding his Torah. Can't get back to that pale evil. Get up out of this Greek. You know that's all that they teach. All praise to the Most High. Glory goes to the Most High.
Where's Final General? Where's Final General? Like, share, subscribe. Have a good one, y'all. Thanks for tuning in.